Oh, well, that's for the TV out there in the living room. We got one in here already. All right. Right, all right, all right. Yes, I have not disappeared, folks. I'm still here, but I have other channels. I have two other channels now. It's a good way to get away from the riffraff. Let's see here now. This thing's playing stupid. Let's try to close it again. Nope. Oh, maybe. That was odd. Never heard that before. Yeah, so I'm actually doing pretty good now, folks. Uh, for the wrong remote. Dirt. Okay. Well, in any event, as you can see, folks, I'm actually doing a little bit better. I even went out and bought myself a couple of things. That's an Invicta watch. And here's another one. Let me see if I can get it out of this. See where it says Invicta? So that's another one. And then I have another one right here. Okay. And then I have the case from the one that's on my wrist right here. So I went out and bought myself a few things. You guys already know about the Kit Kat clock. I have that up on the wall. Ah, very good, man. All right. Well, I'm doing great, man. How you doing? Hey, good morning, Jason. How you doing? I didn't want to keep my haters away from, seeing me online, so I figured I'd actually live up to the calling. Potentially inappropriate messages are held for review. Chat messages held for review. Okay, got it. Oh, okay. You're painting rims. What two? One eyed. What are they two? What car? So I have a couple other channels now too to avoid the riffraff, and the constant childish banter. So that way I can think in peace and make my videos without all the chaos and stupidity. Oh, okay. All right. I got what is it? two rims outside that are aluminum, but I think they're for like a 55 Chevy. They look just like the ones that they put on a 55, you know? Okay. Do you have disc brakes on that car or do you have drums? Not much today. I went out for the past couple of days. I've been hitting the town and, buying things and stuff like that. I recently went out and bought three Invicta watches. Um, I was going to buy a Cuban necklace and bracelet yesterday, but the guy wanted like $1,600. I'm like, I ain't spending that kind of money on that. Even though it's like really gaudy, and it is 925. So they are silver. This is good enough for me though. I don't need to get too crazy, you know. Oh, okay. So did you like paint the background like of the I don't know what they call that, the caliper, where it holds the pads? Did you paint that like a different color or something? I don't know if you guys saw, but the actual there's a video of the tree being removed off the Oldsmobile, and I actually popped the hood in a matter of like a minute. I bent the fan blades back, and I disconnected the fan belt that goes to the compressor for the air conditioning because the bracket itself snapped in half from the tree coming down on that car. I checked the radiator, nothing's leaking out of it, not a drop. The fan shroud was busted, so I pulled the pieces out from that, and I reconnected the battery, and I think it's got like probably a cracked exhaust manifold. That's why it sounds so crappy. But I mean, hell, after an 80-foot tree comes crashing down on a car and the damn thing can still start up, that's pretty freaking amazing. You know what I mean? And all you have to do is bend some fan blades back and minor stuff in order to get it going. That's pretty incredible. Now, that fender that I was going to work on that I removed all that Bondo, well, I think I'm going to have to get a couple of new fenders and I'm going to have to try and straighten the front end out a little bit. I don't think the frame was bent. I think it was just, the radiator bracket bar, um, the fenders, because when it was up on the jack, the wheels seem like they're like level, like what right where they're supposed to be. But the car does run. It runs crappy, but it runs. Oh, so you rebuilt it, or did you just get another one? Because you can rebuild those wheel cylinders too. They have a tool to do that. Ugh. So finally, my yard is cleaned up. I mean, it's a lot better than it was, and I have electric, as you can see from my house again. And it went on. They took it all the way out to the street. They just disconnected the service completely. And the guy never put a new conduit in. He just put new wire in. So I don't see how that would have been an $800 job. It's only a positive and a negative wire going into the conduit. And the only thing he did was he ran a wire to a point on my roof to brace it. But he started pulling it out, when he was here. So I think maybe they figured, nah, we're not going to charge him because, something happens to that conduit, there's going to be another problem. But no problems with the electric. Everything's working fine. I actually painted the driver's side fender again, one-eyed cat. I painted that side. The passenger side is painted again. Um, but when I took the car down off the rims, one of the rims got caught in the wheel well on the passenger side and put a dent in the the formation of the wheel well. So I have to get up underneath it with a hammer and dolly and, pound it back out. Yeah, high utility taxes. No, but you know what the thing is? He didn't put a new conduit in. The same conduit is still here, from when the tree fell. He just put two wires in. That was it. To some extent. I'm not an ASC certified mechanic, Danny. Not by any means. I'm just mechanically inclined. I know how to do things with my own hands that a lot of people can't do. Like, me doing I did door panels from scratch using a thread and needle, not a sewing machine. I fixed a metal dash on a 57 Chevy that had holes in it. I rebuilt the engine while the engine was still in the car. Not completely, but to a point where it was a runnable car. I located all the OEM parts. Um, I still have to do work on it. I mean, the car is going to be forever being worked on. It's never going to be perfect because it's a project car. It's not a perfect car. Well, if you don't like the way I look, leave. That's all. You could turn that button on or off. It's the way it is. Yeah, yeah, whatever. But yet my car runs, right? And I don't know nothing. Okay, whatever. No, you haven't been watching my videos. You've just been watching to antagonize people. You got the mentality of a 3-year old, a child, and your banter and your, negative comments aren't warranted here, pal. So why don't you do us all a favor and leave? Okay? Because I don't give a damn what you say. The car runs. There's nothing wrong with the engine. And I have other channels that prove that. So just because you say so doesn't make it a valid point. Makes you sound like an idiot. Just because I don't do things your way, I'm not here to live up to your standards. Not at all. Nope. Yes, you are. You'd be bringing that negative, derogatory crap here into my live stream, just like all the other idiots that do this stuff. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're doing the same crap. I had to work on it in my driveway. Okay. I have two cars. I actually have four cars. I have a 69 Olds Delta 88 Royale that was crushed by a 80-foot oak tree with a circumference of the size of an 18 wheeler tire. And I managed to get it running again. Okay. Uh, Pieces in the front have to be replaced, like the fenders, the grill, the hood, the radiator support thing in the middle. Oh, I'm not talking like a tough guy, pal. I'm not sitting there typing on a frickin' keyboard. Okay. I don't have to talk like a tough guy. I know people. So you want to push the envelope, push it. Yeah, they say opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. But don't expect me to sit there in silence with my tail between my legs while you run your mouth. Because it ain't going to happen. You want to make an enemy? This is the way you do it. You want hate? You'll get it. I give out to people the way they give to me. You're going to treat me like crap. That's the way you're going to get treated in return. That's just the way it is. If you know how to treat somebody with respect, then you'll get treated with respect. But I'm definitely not going to sit here with my mouth shut while you're running yours. I never said I was. But you know what? Neither are they. Look at all the junk they got in their backyard. How about that pool with no liner with all the weeds growing up in it? Doesn't that show you how lazy they are? Does me. I don't care where you live. I live in Jersey, pal. There. Okay? And I do know some people. Trust me. And I'm not trying to act like a badass. I have proof of that. Just like their frickin' what was it? Their files. My father's been dead since 2007. Those files are not valid at all. Period. And the wife beater thing, her and I were married and bought this house. If I was a wife beater, I wouldn't be here. I'd be in jail. So that shows you how stupid they are on that. And as far as me saying an N word, if I want to say it in my car, I have every right to. It's called freedom of speech. It doesn't make you a racist. If I were to sit there and yell out the window at these people, yes, that would make me a racist. Ciao. Don't come back now, you hear? Go kiss up to their butt. Better things to do with my time than deal with that garbage. Ugh. People are something else, man. They think just because you're online here and you're talking that I'm not a keyboard warrior. I speak the truth. That's all there is to it. I don't have to hide behind some damn frickin' icon or something and speak trash. You see my face. You see where I am. I told you I'm in Jersey. So there you go. And if I wanted somebody taken care of, I can take care of that. And I won't have any connection with it. There's two names in Jersey that I could say that would actually make you spin your head. Who's this Jeb Yoder? What are you talking about, Jason? I don't need to tell you anything more. All I got to do is make a phone call. That's it. Guy's first name is Charles. Figure out the last name yourself, Mr. Badass. No, it's not what came over here. No. The guy that came over here to do the tree was actually, he drove up in a Cadillac CTS. Manson. Who are you talking about, Customs? No, no, Jason. Sorry. Wrong number. Please hang up and try your call again. Should see what that PT Cruiser looks like, man. It's a mess. That thing is as flat as a pancake. No, it's not the Charles you think it is. And believe me, it ain't going to get me messed up because I know people that know that person directly and they're friends of mine. Yeah, sure it is. That's why it says 925 Italy on it. Durr. These people are something else. Oh my God. I want to know what kind of drugs you're on there. What's your name? Jeffrey McRae? What drugs are you taking there, bud? Must be some good shit. I'd like to sit there and act that stupid too, but I ain't got the time. Ah, what do I do with that? Oh, it's right here. It's a skin tab. I'm not losing my house. If I lost my house, man, I would have been out of here by now. What part of that don't you understand? There's been no eviction notice served. There's no court appearance. I just paid my mortgage. Yeah, you know what? When I want to, not when you say so. Okay. And if I want to, I can always have it fixed for me. Yes. Those are not ones. Those are 100s, buddy. Yes. Every one of them. See? Yeah. If I get tired of fixing, I'll go send it to a mechanic shop and have it rebuilt again. Jesus Christ. People are something else, I'm telling you. I have to charge you 75% interest. Oh, God. I don't. Hey, you got a great wife, one-eyed cat. That's great. I'm happy for you, but I don't share that money with nobody. That gets split one way, right here. Yeah. Why isn't it? Everyday people can't find my house. It's not visible. Who did? Oh, you and your wife. Well, that's good, man. Happy anniversary. You guys got plans or what? Gonna go out and paint the town red, do a little dancing, go to a restaurant? What are you gonna do? That's good. But that shouldn't, I mean, if you got a good wife, that shouldn't be a factor. You shouldn't have to add numbers. You know what I'm saying? It's someone that you spent that amount of your life with, you know? And if it wasn't good, you wouldn't have been in it that long, you know? Same for her. If it wasn't good for her, she wouldn't have been in it that long either. So you got a good wife. That's not too common nowadays, you know what I mean? Especially with the way women are now. They're all about the almighty buck. That's it. That's all they care about. They don't care about you. They don't care about your sanity. They don't care about nothing. You know, they just care about what they can get from you, and that's it. There you go. There you go. All right. That's good, man. That's good, Thunder. That means you got a good wife too. You know, some of us guys, we try and make a relationship work. Like well, my relationship, I tried for 9.5 years. Okay, she was the one that was violent, not me. Um, she was the one that put her hands on me, not me putting my hands on her. And I even caught her trying to set me up, frame me. What she did was she took like a set of pantyhose and put a grapefruit in it and started whacking herself in the arm with it and jamming herself in the refrigerator doors, her arms. So she was trying to set me up, and I filmed it, and that stopped that shit from happening. I'm like, you're not going to set me up to go to jail for you over your fake, garbage. She was really messed up, man. Yeah, that's a good place for them to go. I mean, if they like that kind of stuff, that's great, man. You know, I hear what's his name, Busted Radio Garage bought Vice Grips Garage Monza. You know, the one that has all the graffiti all over it. I wish them all the luck in the world, man, but I don't know. Some of those cars are like really iffy, sketchy. You know. I'm sorry to hear that. Uh, I mean, maybe you'll find another one. You know, maybe you'll find somebody that's just as good. You know, never. Yeah, yeah, it is. It's bad when you get somebody that you really get along with. You know what I mean? You can actually be with that person. You know, and actually enjoy the time you have together. It's not the same when you have somebody else that's making a mess of your life and just trying to destroy you as a person. But for you guys that actually have the, no, I didn't beat my ex-wife. She beat on me, and she actually beat it on herself in order to try and frame me. No, nope. There are no charges on me beating anybody. Nope. Oh, God. Yeah, a lot of that stuff that people's trying to pass off as truth is actually fake. It's not real. It's called shock value. Those people are just trying to draw in subs. That's all there is to it. Yeah, okay. Keep thinking that, Jeffrey. That's why her son still calls me today. If it wasn't for me, he wouldn't actually have the job he has now because none of her um, previous relationships will let him near a car. So he's a ASE certified mechanic. I sent him to Ohio Tech, and he lives in Florida, and he works for Chevrolet Corporation. Right. But you know what the thing is if you have that chance to wind up with somebody, man, that works with you, you know what I'm saying? Like they're right there with you. There's nothing better than that. You can't get better than that. Instead of having somebody that's the opposite of you, like my ex-wife and I, we were like night and day. I actually uh, took care of elderly people on the weekends in their own home as a PCA. I was a patient care associate for 15 years, and I worked under people that know that other person's name that I told you that I'm not going to tell you the last name um, directly. And the guy's wife wanted me to try it out for a weekend, and if it worked out, then great. If not, then so be it. 15 years later, you know, now, see, my father's dead, Jeffrey. He's been dead since 2007. So the information that they got is wrong. There's another name that has the same name. I don't know how old the guy is. I think he's from the United Kingdom, but I don't think he was there his whole life. He worked for, I think he was like a corporate officer in some kind of electric company. I have to get that starter in. Starter sitting in the front seat of the car right now. When I get off of disability, then that's when I'll go full throttle with the car again. I'm still on disability. I'll be on it until like November. I'm still taking the water pills and everything. I still have that problem yet. So, you know, I had a problem with it this morning. So I had to actually take one of them in order to get rid of it, alleviate some of the water buildup. I used to drink like 3 cups of coffee. Now I go and have one. That's it. Why is it scary? You're going to sit there and try and pass some falsified information. Let me tell you something, Jeffrey. When you work in any kind of facet like that, if you're dealing with anybody who's elderly and you're dealing with anybody that's in a school system, or if you're working for a food service in a school system, anything that has to do with school, it doesn't matter if the kids, it doesn't matter if you're working for a custodial position with a Fortune 500 company, you get fingerprinted. and they run your fingerprints through a database, federal government database. And that's how they find out if you have a criminal record or not. And when you're driving school kids, you can't have a record. And when you're working in a school, you can't have a record. And when you deal with elderly, you can't have a record either. A lot of those people want the people working for their loved one, they want them bonded. Now, those are facts. That's not bullshit. Okay. It's not crap that's being brought up to try and deface somebody. That's the truth. Okay. And once you get done submitting those fingerprints and the government gets done with them, the federal government gets done with them, you get a clearance letter sent back to you. Okay. And that's what I've gotten time and time again, a clearance letter. So I don't have a record. I'm not an ex-wife beater. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like I said, just because I don't do it doesn't mean I don't know somebody that can. Who's Fusion? Thunder, who's Fusion? Who are you talking about? Don't you have anything intelligence to say, Jeffrey? Are you just going to sit there and constantly do this the whole damn time? You know, maybe you should get to know the people first before you do this kind of crap in their live stream. Get to know who they are. Because, you know, you don't know nothing about me. No, none of these people that are posting this garbage on their pages and everything, they don't know squat. They don't know a damn thing. And it's kind of pointless for me to sit there and try and defend it because no matter what, this is what kind of crap I get. I could tell you one thing and you'd still sit there and banter on the same shit. You got a one track mind, not open to anything else. They do a federal background check, Thunder. That's what they do. And then you get a clearance letter sent back to you. You can't work in any kind of position working with children unless you have a clearance letter. You can't have a record. You're not allowed to have any kind of arrest record or anything. So that's the proof right there. I'm not mean to the old people. I'm mean to people that come on my live stream and do the kind of stupid garbage that you're doing because you're antagonizing people. That's what you're doing. And if you want to antagonize people, why don't you go somewhere else? That's all I'm saying. Yeah, well, that's the same thing, like your Social Security. Okay, when you collect disability or anything like that, or you go on Social Security because you're of age for getting benefits. Okay, they have your social on file. They have where you were born, where you're raised, your background, all that they have. So in other words, like there's been a couple of times where I actually called disability up, and they're trying to ask me this. I'm like, you guys already have that in your computer. I don't need to tell you that. I'm not a very good lie about. What am I lying about, Jeffrey? What am I lying about? Be specific. What am I lying about? What the hell is FF syndrome? Something stupid? $6. The ones I get anyway. Oh yeah, I'm a bad guy, man. I'm a really bad guy. Yeah. hmm And where do you get your information to factually back that up? So you guys have had your brains washed from all this BS banter and derogatory garbage that doesn't hold a hill of beans to anything, and you believe in them. The first thing that I would do instead of believing what somebody else says, I would ask the person who they're talking about first. My videos that I've shown towards other people are because of bad, misguided information. The ones that have anything derogatory in them. In other words, there's a couple people that were friends with me on Facebook. I removed them because their information was so misguiding that it wasn't helpful. It was aggravating. And me having the problems that I have now, I don't need my blood pressure raised for more than 30 minutes a day. That's it. That's why I take heart medication. That's what this is all about. That's for the heart, pal. This is for cholesterol. Okay. This one here is a antibiotic. And then, of course, we have the water pills. I have another one here, too. It's aspirin that regulates my blood pressure. Yeah, okay. Well, then you're closed minded and you believe in everything that the other people say to you. And I don't know what to tell you, pal. Believe in what you want. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. I make that much of a difference. I'm not sitting here trying to prove myself otherwise. You just do what you got to do. No, I know. See, the thing is like, with the videos that I do, like there was a video about my in the beginning about the timing chain, when I took it out and stuff like that, and everybody was sitting there saying that something that I did in order for the pistons to be broken and the intake valves being bent and stuff like that had nothing to do with it. Timing chain was already stretched. That was the original timing chain that was in that car. It actually had a GM stamp on the gear. Okay, the one that was in there. And the distributor cap had the number one spark plug wire in the number eight receptacle and the number eight and the number one on the distributor cap. Okay, so it was already out of whack. And the only reason why it would idle is because if you accelerated, you would hear it tap. Yeah, okay. Misguided information is fake stuff that people post online about you. Okay, and you know what the facts are. So it doesn't matter what you say. You can't fix stupid. And if you're going to act like this, I'd rather you not be on here. So why don't you go harass somebody else and waste your breath on them because I don't want you here. Let's see. How about we do this? Hmm. Bye. Simple as that. There you go. People get discouraged. Even your regular mechanics, Thunder, they get discouraged. They get aggravated. They have short fuses. I've seen it. You know what I mean? I remember there was a guy that was trying to take fender skirts off of a Cadillac, and man, that guy did nothing but curse Dixie all the way through trying to get that fender skirt off. Jason, I was in the hospital, man. It's not a joke. You know, I don't sit there and joke around with Mohawk 62 when he was in the hospital. I don't have any ill-gotten, uh, remarks towards him. And the same with Renegade. I don't have any ill-gotten thoughts towards him either. I don't sit there and talk like that in somebody's live stream when they're decent people. You know what I'm saying? But that guy that was in here, that Jeffrey guy, he's one of those. He's affiliated with what the hell is it? Poor Man's Speed Shop or whatever it is, or Uncle Brian or whatever the hell the other guy's name is, Joe from Fastang 85 or whatever it is. I don't even pay any attention to these people anymore because their brain is stuck in one position and it ain't going anywhere fast. I would just rather delete them instead of sitting there talking to them because they have nothing but stupidity on their mind. And I did work for the same school district twice. I made the same mistake of working at the school district with a principal who didn't have a professional background. Let's just put it this way: he should have been kicked out of the school district long before he was. And the other one was just a self-righteous asshole. He made waves for people that he didn't like. And that's all there was to it. You know. Um, but if I had a criminal record, I wouldn't be driving school kids. I wouldn't be working for taking care of the elderly in their own home. You know what I'm saying? And I sure as hell wouldn't have been asked by somebody to do it. And I had a few cases of my own as well. So that's what I'm saying. I've been doing it for like 15 years straight through. But that's pretty much all there is to it. That's what else can you say? I mean, I'm not going to sit there and show documentation that I'm not um, what these people saying I am. I don't need to do that. I don't need to prove nothing to a person that has their mind stuck in one position. They're not open to other people, and they're only open to the stupidity that they listen to. And if that's what you want to do, then so be it. Go with that. That works for you. I mean, I could take a little bit of joking around, but when it's constant and it's all the time, and now we're recording videos in order to take things out of context, twist them around to make that person that's trying to make me look bad, trying to make themselves look good, then there's a problem there. Must have been a lot of flapping there, buddy. Albuquerque. Is it Kirky or Quirky? I'm just sitting here watching a movie and, talking with you guys on here. I'm trying to avoid going out because every time I go out, I spend money. I'll tell you one thing though. I was just about ready to buy that damn frickin' that Cuban necklace yesterday, but I thought it was a little bit too gaudy. And they had a bracelet that went along with it. I was like, damn, it was like twice the thickness. Well, actually, it was like 3 or 4 times the thickness of this. I think it was like 20 something ounces of silver. You know, just the necklace alone. Well, I could try and be a little bit clearer, Thunder. But lately, like I said, my mind's been clouded up with all this BS from all these other morons. You know what I'm saying? I think what I'll do is with the starter, I'll try and get the camera in there, so you could see what I'm doing as far as the starter goes. And like I said, the car doesn't need a valve adjustment, but I can loosen them up and then do a valve adjustment. Like, for example, say you have two and three, okay? If three is up, okay, and two is down here, it's at the lowest part of the cam, that's what you adjust, okay? Same thing if it was the other way. If two was up and three was down, that's the lowest part of the cam. That's where you make your adjustment. Same with all the other ones. Like they coincide with one another. So it's kind of like, you know, self I don't know what the hell I call it. It's self-explanatory. It's not hard. So definitely, like I can't remember the sequence, but I do know that two and three, the pistons, you know what I'm saying? When one goes up and the other one's down, it's at the lowest part of the cam, and that's when you do the adjustment. And the same when you go the other way around. That's what I've been trying to say for the longest time, and nobody would even try and like I couldn't get the words out. But I know what I'm doing. It's just like I said, a lot of people don't think I know what I'm doing because of the way I do it. Now, when I was a kid, my father had a '70 Chevrolet Impala. It was a four door. 57 is a four door. He took the 350 apart. He had newspaper all over the dining room on the floor around the dining room table. Okay. And he took the car apart bolt by bolt, piece by piece, and laid it out on the newspaper. Greasy or not, didn't matter. And when he got done, he figured out what the hell was wrong with it and he put it back together. And that car started up. By me, no. No, I did that once. I took my father to one of them. It was a place called Lace. It was on 46 in Wayne or Totowa or something like that. Man, he was like an old man looking at freaking Playboy magazines. I was like, yeah, let him turn on the light and you'll see how bad the backs of their legs look. All the wrinkles and everything else. And anyway, Jason, I have a girlfriend. She's 47 years old. She lives in Virginia. We talk to each other like I'm talking to you guys right now, except up in the top of the phone, there's a little camera that shows her. You know what I'm saying? And we're talking like I'm talking right now. So we know we're not fake people. We're real. I think the best part about her is that she's very humble. She doesn't live um, out of her means. You know what I'm saying? Like she actually knows what it means to budget money and knows what it means not to have money. Okay, so that's what I think is great about her. One, number two is her personality. Number three is that She's a giving person, but the problem is too many people are walking all over her and, just trying to take advantage of her. That's it. And she already said she won't bother with anybody that actually looks at her like she's a piece of meat because she's got better things to do with her time than waste it on that. She considers those guys garbage. So that's not what I got out of my ex-wife. Every time I came back from work on Sunday night from taking care of an elderly person, my house, this house here, was empty. And I knew right where she was. And I went right to the bar and I knew she was screwing around behind my back. So, like I said, some guys you wind up with a relationship that's decent, and others wind up getting what I got, was a mess. So, oh God. Oh, leg is stiff. That bruise is still on my leg too. I don't get that. What's up, Mako? Oh. So, Jason, why aren't you being like Jeffrey was? Weren't you the one that was doing the derogatory things towards me too? Or have you given up on that? Got 22 people in this live stream, so I know I got a few haters, and I know I'll see a video about it later on. I always do. It's nothing new. So what are you up to, Mako? What are you doing? Who doesn't? Do you not? Have you never? Are you perfect? Do you always make the correct choices? We're human beings. That's the reason why we do the things we do. We learn from our mistakes. The minute you think you know it all is the minute it's over with. Forget it. Not much. I'm just hanging out today. Past couple of days, I've been running around, getting out of the house. I met another YouTuber that actually, I think he's coming up with a demo record or whatever. He's starting out. He was down over in Hackettstown playing a piano that was all graffitied up that they leave outside underneath this. I guess it's an old movie cinema. She was Jason. She was an alcoholic. During the day, she would drink Coors Light all day long. She didn't work. She just sat there buying things on the computer or talking to her friends. That's all she did. And anytime we went out somewhere, was always, being sociable with everybody else. I knew there was something wrong with that. I already answered your question. Everybody makes poor decisions. You learn from your mistakes. It's not a deflection. How do you consider that a deflection? Thanks, Mako. I appreciate it. No, I mean, weren't you doing all like the smart aleck comments like Jeffrey and stuff, Jason? I thought it was you. The reason why I bought the jewelry is because, let's just put it this way. I've always had rings and necklaces and bracelets and stuff, and pricier watches. This is an Invicta, okay? I like them because I mean it's not a Rolex, but they have the same appearance as one. The only difference is the second hand doesn't move like a Rolex. It moves like a Timex. No, Albuquerque. Learning from your mistakes is how you fix it. Some people it takes time and another time to do it. It's not always right off the bat. You ever hear like, say for an example, somebody that needs to be told something more than once because they don't get it? Or what is it like they're how like some kids in school they read things backwards. They their channels are crossed. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not a Rolex, it's an Invicta. See, it's one of these. I have three of them. Here's another one. You would never guess where I got those from. And I've checked the other stores. They don't carry them. I couldn't believe that they actually had them because I know that brand. I know a couple people in Franklin Lakes that have actually had those watches, and they're not cheap because I like them. They're not the same watch. This one, look, this one's got a black face and it's got a black uh, dial. Okay, this one is silver with a blue and red dial. It's not black, but it has a black face. Got to get it out of the reflection. Okay, so that's silver. This one is gold with the black face with the blue and red on the dial. Yeah, they fell off the truck, and I caught them with the money that I had. I also have this too. Let's see. I have a lot of watches. It's like women have a lot of shoes. I have a lot of watches. That's an Elgin. Why not? They didn't cost me a fortune. Yeah. Oh God. It's not a problem. It's only a problem for somebody else because they can't understand it. I know what my budget is, so it's like I know what I can afford and what I can't afford. And I know when I can spend money and when I can't spend money. That's like the reason why I have three freezers out in my kitchen, or two refrigerators and one freezer. Because, good morning, Top Hat. Um, Yeah, it is still morning. You're right. Um, because sometimes what I do is I'll buy stuff in bulk and I'll put it in the freezer so that way it stays. You have a year on stuff that keeps in the freezer. Yeah, I know, but I like it anyway. I'm old school. When I, like I told you, I'm one of the last generations that actually Hamilton Ventura watches. I never heard of that brand, but okay. What was I going to say? Yeah, I'm the last of the Generation X. Where we didn't have TV remotes when we were kids. We didn't have cell phones. The cell phones didn't come out till '80s, and we were, the ones that were. We heard the news broadcaster signing off by saying, "It's 10 o'clock p.m. Do you know where your children are?" Your street lights would come on. You'd hear all the parents whistling for the kids to come home. We were without it. We didn't have it. If you remember, One Eyed Cat, color TV didn't come out till '68. Yeah, 2 and 13. Yeah. One was UHF and the other one was VHF. That was it. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You just got to make it smaller. That's not a bad idea at all there, Jason. Because they do still have like square watches and stuff like that. I was born in '69, so there you go. Yeah, that was something else. I thought for a minute there that I was gonna, walk into the driveway and see the tree on the back of the '57, but no, thank God that didn't happen. God was looking out for me and said, "You've been working on this damn thing too long. I don't want to destroy that yet." 1949, huh? Let's see. What the hell was the name of that space program that had that robotic monster? It was a black and white TV sitcom. One Eyed Cat. You remember? It had the boy. It had the guy that actually played as Mr. Hand in Fast Times at Ridgemount High. Lost in Space. That's it. Yep. Yep. That's what we were watching when we were kids. That and what was it? The original Twilight Zone. Those programs were kind of creeped out. Now, my mother used to watch this one movie called Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It was black and white, 1956. I actually have that on VHS. I don't think that they remade that on DVD, and if they did, I haven't been able to find it anywhere. Yeah. Yep. And that's some of the programs that we used to watch back then. The Munsters was another one. The Adams Family was another one. Um, Star Trek, the original with William Shatner and all them. Um, Stuff from that time period. My mother, she had her soap operas during the day, and on weekends it was a whole different ball game. My father used to sit there and watch the Three Stooges. Yep, Penny was the daughter. Yep, you had the son too, the little guy. Then you had the older one, and you had the older daughter as well. Then you had the mother and the father, and then I think the guy that played Mr. Han, I think he was the grandfather or something. So you at work one eyed, or are you home? I think you're retired, right? Yeah, that was a different time period, man. Of course, nowadays, if you had that nowadays, that wouldn't be too good either. That's when a lot of people were thinking about, the old chastity belt, that a lot of women should be wearing that. Oh, okay. I just don't want or the phone in the stand falling off. No real attachments to it. You know why? Because it wasn't any good memories here. You know what I'm saying? The ex-wife didn't make anything, of a lasting memory as far as anything was concerned. It was all about her. That's all it was. It was never about me. It was never about us. It was all about her. And I kind of blame myself because I was an enabler. I allowed her to do things instead of, putting the brakes on it a little bit. But I was always a laid back person. I was never one of them kind of people when, probably sometime, well, I paid this month, so I have to actually get a pods thing put here so I can put my stuff out in it. But I don't know if I want to do that or if I just want to pack up a U-Haul truck, and then just go from there. Hey, Twisted, how you doing there? No, I don't have any of the rated X stuff, Jason. Nope. Okay, that's good. See, I'm glad you guys enjoy that stuff. I mean, I don't want to be affiliated with it, but I mean, that's just the thing itself because I mean, it's so far away from me. It's not feasible, money wise or gas or wear and tear on a car. But I mean, there's a lot of people that are a lot closer to that than I am, so they can enjoy that. Me, I go to cars, what do they call that? Swap meets, like where they sell parts for cars and stuff like that, or I'll go to car shows. Like I do English Town. I do, trying to think what the hell, Island Raceway, because they have like a thing in April. So does English Town. They have theirs in April. And then there's one in PA. I forget what the hell that's called. One's in South Jersey, the other one's in PA. And then there's one near me. 69 Cutlass, not a bad car. It's got that same body style as the 442. The only difference between the Cutlass and the 442, I think, is the back end of the car is a lot beefier. Like for some reason, that car just stands out more than a Cutlass. But a Cutlass is a good car too. You know. Yeah, the pods is going to be about. $349. And if I want it brought to where I'm going to be at, that's going to cost something too. But all right, Twisted. Have a good day, man. Talk to you later. Post-its. Oh my God. Yo, we huh? Oh my God. All right, man. We'll see you later, One Eye Cat. Take it easy. Don't go overboard, huh? I mean, unless you can. If you're not in the condition I'm in, more power to you, brother. Do all you can. I want to get out there real bad, but the problem is, like I said, once I get out there, I start realizing, I can't. And that sucks because I don't like that. I don't like that feeling of not being able to do something. Yeah, they use that on a lot of cars. 350. Everybody tells me like the 455 is the same block size as a 350. I don't know how true that is. I thought they're a little bit bigger because the valve covers are bigger. No, I can't say that I have, Top Hat. I don't know that person. Um, I guess I don't really socialize like that. I just mainly what I'm after is the parts that I need in order to make my thing look better. Um, my car. But I probably will sooner or later. Oh God. Oh, I'm gonna have to get up and walk around soon. My leg is getting stiff. It's a good movie. You guys ever watch this? Bruce Almighty. It's with Jim Carrey and the guy from what was it, 40-Year-Old Virgin or The Office. And then of course you got Jennifer Aniston in here from Friends. I know. I think the funniest part is when he gets beat up by the homies that are picking on the old man. With the monkey coming out of the butt. It's funny, is it? Oh yeah, the other part is when he's taking the dog outside all the time because the dog pees on the chair. And he keeps dragging him out of the house while he's peeing. Really? The original Bigfoot's engine or the uh, the reincarnated one? Oh, okay. The original is definitely, yeah. I think they actually used that in one of the ZZ Top videos. The monster truck, yeah. That's from when I was a child, man. That's what I remember, you know. That and I mean the other one I know is Gravedigger. That's the other one. But Bigfoot was definitely way before that. No, you can't find them. You know, they don't even make models anymore. It's like all the hobby shops are closed now. You know, it's like bad enough when this generation was growing up, they had nothing better for them to do. They closed all of the dance halls. They were like right up the street from me. There was a dance hall for the teenagers, so that way they could do something other than getting themselves in trouble. And they got rid of the freaking dance hall and they put a quick check up. And then the other thing is like all the skate parks and stuff, they're not maintained anymore. So it's like the kids that did the skateboarding or roller skating or whatever can't do that anymore. Oh, the roller skating rinks are closed too. I used to love going to roller skating rinks. I was old school. I had the four wheels on each foot. Like it was a car setup, not like the inline shit. Yeah, no. Yeah, they don't do a lot of things like they used to. Like, me my radios and stuff, they don't make radios like that anymore. Yeah, I was. I was a speed skater back in the day. That's not a bad. Why did they cover that up? That wasn't a bad question. I don't know why they hid that. That's really weird. I'm not sure, but I think I still have a set of Bowers in the closet. It's my speed skates. They're probably old as hell by now. I've been here 20 years, and I had them then, but I don't know if I have them in the closet or if I got rid of them. Yeah, I used to be. I used to go to USA skating rink in Little Falls until the gang members started coming in there and causing problems. That was the same with a lot of things. They used to have a dance club in the Sheraton in Totowa, and they closed that up because the gang members came in there and started chaos. No, I don't have any. Are you kidding? In the '80s, we didn't have those kind of cameras. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I mean, as I work on it, if I decide to change something, then I'll post a video. But if for right now, I'm just dealing with what I have. You know what I mean, as far as the engine goes and all that other jazz. Now, if I decide to do something down the road, see, even if the engine is no good in the car, which uh, Jeff has told me from Two Hacks, he's like, well, that engine's a core. He's like, you need to get another one and all this. I'm like, so be it. That's right. If it's a core, then I have the 455. That's still a running engine. That's going to be a real pain in the butt to put in the car. But I mean, nevertheless, it's still a runner. You know. I could drop that in, then maybe get a different, like maybe a stick shift. Because my regular daily driver is a 5 speed, so I know how to drive stick. That's not a problem. My 50 Dodge, believe it or not, was a stick. So was the 52, the 52 Plymouth. They were both stick shifts. They were three on a tree. Yeah, I do it every day. Rusted Classic. I get a new woman in here every day, and I beat the crap out of her and send her on her way. Is that what you want to hear? Stupid answers to dumb questions. Yeah, but you know what the thing is? It's I'm not doing it all at once. I'm taking my time with it. My days of living up to somebody else's standards are over. I'm done with it. Yeah. And that record is old and fake because my father's been dead since 2007. You got to read because you're not getting proper information. You're getting BS information. That's what we call you're what they call a shock subscriber, shock value. That's all you are. And if you believe in that, then you're just as bad off as they are. Okay, shit for brains. We are done with you. Goodbye. Go kiss your poor man's speed shop butt. Leave me the hell alone. I was being married at that time. What are you? You're a moron, dude. Get the hell out of my live stream. You're a freaking idiot. You need to stop listening to stupid asses. What an asshole. When my mother passed away, I was being married. What an idiot. I swear to God. I never heard of such moronic responses in all my life. After my mother died, I beat the crap out of you. You're full of shit. I have to laugh at that because it's so stupid. There's no realistic value to it at all. Yeah, that's the only problem is that damn steering wheel. Can you believe that, Thunder? He's sitting there telling me that right after my mother passed away, I was beating up on my wife. My mother passed away just before I got married. Just before. This is how stupid people are. This is the garbage that they listen to. And they believe it. That's how dumb they are. It's like those, the haunted videos that you watch, and they're what they call clickbait. It's clickbait because somebody else is sitting there like I've showed on my other channel about pulling drawers open with fishing line and refrigerator doors and bar stool high back bar stool chairs. Yeah, that's a real ghost, buddy. You believe all that? I got some swamp land to sell you in the back of my 69 holes out there. No, I guess you can't fix stupid, right? I think that's what pisses me off about it most, though, folks, is that because they're stupid enough to believe that. That's what really gets my goat. I can't believe that they'd allowed themselves to be brainwashed into believing any of that garbage. Anywho, no, I know, I understand that. That's why I removed them. But I wanted, like I said, I had to respond to some extent back to them to let them know that you're a moron if you believe in that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. It's called. They want my shock value out of it instead of Dumb and Dumber from Poor Man's Speed Shop. All the drama plus more, whatever. Yeah, they're just trying to come in here and cause chaos. I know. That's why I removed them. I don't even put up. See, I don't know why they actually removed your comment, Top Hat. There's nothing wrong with that. Why is that? Why is that being hidden? That's why, like, when you guys say something like that, I always wind up seeing what it says. You know what I mean? I press let me see what it is. Sometimes the mods get to it before I do, so it gets removed, so I don't get to see it. But yeah, I saw that. I saw what you're saying, and it said, "Don't give morons. They just want to get you geared up." There's nothing wrong with what you said there. Nothing derogatory. So what are you guys doing this afternoon? What time is it? See, now that's the time that the watches come in handy because when you're in a live stream, you don't see your time on your phone. So it's looks like it's 11:35. Yeah, I know. We got a couple of haters in here. I know that, but we got some people in here that are decent too. They don't allow that garbage to infect their brain. What about a car show? What car show, Thunder? What are you talking about? What do you want to see the olds on the Chevy? I could bring you guys outside. You could see it. But you know what? Albuquerque, they are better than me in their own mind. Karens or Kens. They live in their own world. They don't live in a reality world. There you go. Top hat, I got to tell you, it's not blue. It's turquoise. It's called deep turquoise. I don't know if it's the camera that picks it up that way or what, but it's not blue. The top was white, and I painted that black. So I'll take you guys outside so you can see the cars. I know you guys haven't seen them in a while because I haven't been recording any videos. Give me a second here. Ah, what the hell is with that? Give me a minute. I'm only right back here, so something happened. How the hell that happened, but it happened. Ugh. Sunday. Okay. I got to get my shoes on, then unplug the phone. Okay. Oof. Yeah, I got to get up every once in a while anyway because my back gets really stiff really quick, and my knees also give me a problem. Like trying to get out of a chair is like the cartilage in my knees doesn't work properly. Hell, I even haven't even had the front door open yet. Okay. Oh, it still looks like it's going to rain out here. Yeah, so, well, this is the Oldsmobile now. See, the hood kind of got squashed. Looked like a waffled pancake. And then there's the fender that I actually took all the Bondo off of on this side. That's pancake too. But, uh, see, this was the compressor. See the mounting bracket snapped in half. So I had to take this fan belt off, and then I bent the fan blades back. Oh, it's raining out here. That's why. Okay. See, I bent the fan blades back because they were bent in, and now it runs. And then this is the 57. It's still here. So I repainted this fender, as you can see. It's got the water beading on it. So I'm redoing them all over again. And that's the front. See, that's the other fender. Now this is what happened when I took the car off the rims. I've been trying to straighten it out, but it's a little bit messed up. See down here? So I got to straighten that up. June, nobody hit anybody. I don't know where you're getting I know where you're getting your information from, and it's misguided BS. So, think what you want. I wasn't raised that way to put my hand on any woman. So I don't know where you're getting your information from. And if it's who I think it is, it's actually falsified information. It's not truth. There's nothing true about it at all. Hey, David, how you doing there, buddy? What's going on? Oh yeah, and the nah, I've been busy, man. My Oldsmobile got crushed by that tree. See it? There's all the wood back here too. No, I'm not going to demolition derby this car. I think I'm going to fix it. It's going to be a while for me to find, the parts again, the hood and the fenders and shit like that. But I think I'm going to fix it. Yeah, because like I said, it still starts up. It sounds like crap, but it starts up. Yeah, see, I had to take the pieces of the fan shroud out of there because they broke, but the radiator didn't bust open, so that's good. The compressor over there, I think it's still good. I don't think it's seized. I think it's just the bracket's no good. Nope, nope, she is seized. Okay, very good. We don't need that then. So I'll take that off and disconnect whatever I have to in order to get that out of here. And let's see what the radiator looks like. Let's see if I can get it out. I hate them kind of caps that don't have anything to grip on. You have to sit there and. There we go. Okay. Now let's see what we got. Well, maybe it did leak out. Oh well. Yeah, see all the bolts and everything that broke off. This one right here. This one here. There's another one right here. No, we already had it up on the jack stands. It's not the frame that's bent. It's actually everything else on top. Well, the car does start up. I do know that. So, but in any event, it's raining out here, so I'm not doing anything out here. Putting the hood back down. Well, let's see. Over here, remember I told you guys the starter was in the car? We're in the 57. There's the starter right there. And I had to move these fenders because they were scraping the paint off again. Apparently, it was too close to the door, and the door was buckling up on the fender. So now I gotta sand that all down again and paint it again. Yeah, this one over here, that's a dead tree too. That's the only other one. Well, that one's actually leaning into the yard, so it's not going to do anything over here. Yeah, that's what a lot of people use wagons for. You know, when they're not bringing their family somewhere, they use them for hauling wood. Me, unfortunately, I haven't had that problem. Well, fortunately, haven't had that problem. Since I've been here for 20 years, I haven't had to buy any firewood. And I have a wood burning stove, so close that. I think I'm gonna take something out for dinner and thaw it. That way I can cook it. Let's see. Probably chicken. Yeah. See, the thing is, right now I'm not hungry, so it's like I'm not even interested in cooking. Oh, I'm still moving. It's just, it's at the point where my health conditions make it too much for me to handle. And though I may look like I'm not having a problem, believe me, I am. Next time the grass has got to be cut or something, I'm getting a landscaper to come by. As I tried to do it myself, but I don't have a mower. First of all, I have weed whackers, and let me get up here first. Whoa. But like I said, it's a bit much for me now. You know why they're going up, don't you? Because people are deciding that they're collectible again. You have like Sleeper Dude. He's been doing wagons. Um, Whole Barn Garage. He's been doing wagons. DD Speed Shop. He just changes four doors into two doors, and he gets a couple of little sports cars. But I think he's into the whole kind of like hot rod thing, you know. Um, Vice Grip Garage. I don't know. I used to get what he was doing. I used to understand it, but nowadays I'm just kind of like at a loss, you know. Yeah, they were. I like the fact that they had that glass window, kind of like sun visor thing going on. No, the camper is not done yet. It's got to be fixed. Yeah, he does good work. What he does, he everybody makes fun of him, calls him a hack, like more ski repair and what's that other guy? I can't take watching him anymore because he comes off as acting like a stupid idiot. Um, trying to think. Puddin's Fab Shop. I can't take him anymore. It's just like he used to do things. I mean, I get what he's doing with the air ride and all that shit, but I don't get what the hell's with the idiot tone of voice. If you remember watching him in his first few videos, guy's a very intelligent guy. He's not stupid. But going for the whole stupid act while he's doing videos, it doesn't click with me. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, I'm still gonna make videos no matter what. Doesn't matter where I go. Top hat. Don't worry about that. I'm still gonna make videos. It's just that, with my new place, it's probably gonna be a lot better for me because it's not gonna be surrounded by so much stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, you want to see somebody that's working on a Trans Am, Chris? Go to Busted Radio Garage. I think his is a second gen. It's not a third gen. Third gen's the Camaro type. Looking like any car. If you fix it up the proper way, if it looks decent, you know what I'm saying. If it runs decent, it doesn't have any major mechanical, limitations. You can get good money for just about any car. You know. But you don't want to sell something that you have as a project car, you know what I mean, in that same condition because you're not going to get anything for it. You have to put the work into it. Who's friends, Thunder? Who are you talking about? They are friends, Rich. What do you mean? You talking about Dee and Mortsky Repair? Did you hear about the part where Mortsky Repair was stealing stuff out of Dan's car? That's factual. They actually, Mortsky made a video showing him taking stuff out of that car. I'm sorry, but a friend doesn't do that to somebody else. If he said it was okay for him to take it, then that's a different story. But you just don't take it upon yourself and pull things out of somebody else's car, especially if they're paying you for storage. I've had the 57 for 3 years, but I've been doing a lot more than just the engine work. And it still has a lot that I have to do. Ultimately, I'm just going to wind up getting new doors for it because the doors are shot. Now it's starting to rot on the sides, on the bottom, so they got to be replaced. Might be a good time to do it into a two-door conversion, but I'd still have to get two decent back doors as well because the crap is rusted out. Well, I did a little bit of welding on the 69 Impala on the outside because it was all rotted around the outer wheel well. So I tried my hand at that. The car sold. I sold the car for what the hell was it, 2,500 or more. I didn't buy it for that much. What, the 57 or the olds? Because the olds got the 455. That's got the proper rear in it too. No, I don't. Maybe, yeah. I mean, everybody knows, and I know it'll always be a four door, and it'll always be titled as a four door. You know. No, I don't. Not really. I mean, I have a, well, I don't know if you call it a crush. We've known each other for a while, but it's like we're just like very mellow. You know, we're not all into the puppy love routine or whatever you want to call it. We're really kind of like companion type thing. You know. Um, yeah, I like. Remember? Do you remember Thunder when he worked on that Firebird in his own garage and the '57 Chevy that he had, the pink one or whatever it was? Now that's a bit too much work, Jason. That's where you have to cut off the back of the car and everything. I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, well, when he was doing what was it, the adjustments, the valve adjustments? Do you remember how he was doing that? He was just torquing down the rocker arms until it wouldn't clatter anymore. You know what I'm saying? Then he turned it like a half or three quarters of a turn. They have a saying for that. It's like three quarters a turn for grandma, half a turn. No, I'm not 57. I'm younger than that. Um, half a turn for mom and a quarter turn for you. I guess because the quarter turn meant that it would go faster because I had a little bit of leeway room. No, I'm over 50. What Chevelle? You lost me. Thunder, what are you talking about? Yeah, see now that's my bucket list car, 69 Chevelle. Super Sport. No, I'm not 60. I'm over 50, but I'm not 60. That's all right. It doesn't matter what kind of car you're into, man. You're out there working on it. You know what I mean? And if you can't, you do like me. You try to do something, even if it's something minuscule or small. You're still out there trying. Vice Grip Garage. That's what we're talking about, David. Yeah, Pacers are kind of funny. I mean, they consider like the AMC Hornet to be an ugly car, the Gremlin to be an ugly car, the Pacer to be an ugly car, but they had their own style. You know what I mean? Like they were different from all the other cars. You could always tell what an AMC was. You know what I mean? Compared to like a Chevy or a Ford or, you know, lost your tooth. 75. God bless you there, Thunder. And you're still going at it, huh? Nothing wrong with that. That's a good car too, the Grand Prix. I like that. Yeah, that's got kind of a muscle car look to it. I like the front end on it. It's kind of squared off, but it's got that mean look to it. I'm not buying no Pacer. No, we're not switching the 57 for a Pacer. I'm sorry, not going to happen. John, Jason, the 57's worth more than that. Come on, you know that. No, it's not going to go. I'm not getting rid of that car. I'm going to tell you guys straight out. I almost sold that car. You want to know who almost bought it? Take a guess who almost bought my 57. Take one guess. Come on, somebody say something. No, 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 top hat, no. 57 parts alone is worth more than that Pacer. No, I don't need any money, Candy. I drive one, yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with that, but I wouldn't trade them, like you just said. No, Candy, I don't have my thing activated on here, so I'm not even taking donations or anything. So no, what do they call it? What is it? Snap, not Snapchat. They have a thing on YouTube. Mine's not set up for that. I have it turned off. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't want to insult anybody, but it's just like I mean, I know the 57. The parts alone are worth more than the Pacer. Wasn't that the car they used in one of Eminem's videos? I know it was what they used in Bill and Ted's Bogus or Excellent Adventure. No, nobody's rich. Just living every day like we can, best that we can. Oh, it is. You didn't have to say anything there, David. I'm not trying to get anybody to do anything. I thought it was off. I thought you had to actually turn that on every time you go into a live stream. I'm not trying to get anything from anybody. I don't want anything from anybody. So don't do it. I know. And the funny thing is, like with those, even with the '57 Chevy, um, the back windshield and the front windshield, it's just as odd as the Pacers glass because the Pacers glass in the back is bubbled like that. The ones that are on the side comes around. Thank you. No, 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 no. There's somebody else asked in the chat, David, but I'm not doing that. I didn't even know it was on because it doesn't show up on my screen. So yes, I am. I was live and kicking. No, you guys still ain't guessing on who was going to buy the car, though. Somebody make a guess. Come on, Renegade. You should know who it is. You got it. First guess, right on the schnoz. He was. He literally was. Didn't even question the price. But when things changed, and I didn't have to go as quick as I thought I would, I told him, I'm sorry, man, I'm not selling it. He was all right. He was just like, I'll just cancel what do they call it? The estimates for the hauling. No, it's a 283 V8 top hat. It has a cast iron casing, 2-speed power glide. Here we go. YouTube is screwing up again. Disconnect and reconnect. I haven't seen Nolan on here, and I haven't seen Two Hacks on here either. That might be a little bit too early. I think Two Hacks is at work, and I think Wild Rose is at work too. I think he said he does carpentry work or he does plumber's work. I forget which one it is. Oh, I can't believe BRG got it, or David got it right the first guess. I was like, damn. But he wound up buying BRG wound up buying Vice Grips Garage's first car that they show in the opening credits. When they drop the jack down on the car, it looks like a demolition derby car, the Monza, and the hood drops. He bought that instead. That's what he bought. That's one of them. I don't know what the other car is. I wish I knew what the heck it was. Actually, I guess should take a look. Jason, I'm not selling the car, man. There's some people that take 10 years to do a car like that. That's because they go so slow. They don't even post anything online because they don't want to be bothered. Oh, God. Hey, Jason, when I do a line of crack, then maybe I'll call you. Okay. Or when I smoke the crack of my ass. Well, I don't get along with some of the people from there. You know what they say about smoking crack? I like this part of the video where Jim Carrey goes, "Back to you, fuckers." God. What are you doing today, David? It's not lunch. It's just something lunch. Rolling beneath me. What a spaz. Back to you, fuckers. They throw him out. There you go. Welcome back, One Eye Cat. Oh, hey, One Eye. Did you see my Kit Kat clock? Check it out. Some guy goes once he saw the video of that, he's like, $10 plus shipping. I'm like, no. I have the stuff for the 57. I bought the starter. And the 57 also has a one piece oil pan gasket in it now. What didn't I buy for the car? I have brake line for it. Fuel line's in too. That's why it's holding the gas now instead of leaking out of it. One eye, do you have them out of the car or are they in the car and you're underneath the car? No, Jason, the wall in my bedroom is not the same color. That's blue. The color of the 57 is the color of your little J surrounding color, the green. And see where it says Renegade Garage, where it's blue with a wrench? You mix those colors together. Maybe not exactly in 30 days. I can't tell you exactly when because it depends on how long it takes for either the investors to show up or if they start a bidding war, it's going to be different. Because there's not a single house in this area that goes for under three. And there's a house, two houses away from me that's smaller than mine. It has like no property. All right. Move where? Move where, David? Chicago? Yeah, but they're probably not treated properly, though. I didn't know you lived in Florida. I thought you lived in some other state. Wow. No, not in New Jersey. I have the biggest property within the four-house radius. In other words, I have three neighbors. I have two on this end, and then I have one on this end. And I have more property than any of them. Why? How much would it cost, David? Jersey. Well, I remember people sending me radios in the mail. I don't know how much you paid for insurance, so. But when you went on eBay before the economy went through the roof, to send a big boom box was only about $20. Anywhere in Jersey is expensive, as long as it's not, the city. I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, they are. No. Oh God, man, that was a while ago, David. I don't think so. Had to be in March because in April I was actually in the hospital. Might have been sooner than that. Might have been before that, David. Might have been that. That's about how much it will cost us on the radio. No, it still starts up. The hood, the fenders, the grill, not good. Um, from the windshield back, nothing, nothing wrong. Yeah, I mean, unless you want to replace the front end, not the windshield, but from the fenders up, firewall straight. No, no. All right, that's enough of these. They're good, but they're so small. I'll be eating them all day. Gotta take the trans out too, though. 69 top hat. Careful what you wish for, punk. Yeah, the engine's salvageable. Yeah, I mean, it still starts up after having that damn big ass tree on it. I have to take a good look at the frame, see what it looks like, somewhere down the road. We have deer that go in my yard all the time, but they just run into the woods. That's it. They usually eat all the fruit off of my trees and then they take off. Spoon? Yeah. I think that's the reason why they had to actually put the that rear in it that they have in it. Whoa. Not much. We're just sitting here talking. How about you, Twister? What's going on? Oh, I'm gonna get ready to get off of here soon. I gotta get up off my ass and go and make some food. Boiled chicken with no skin. Mm. I was gonna make rice, but rice is not good for you. It's too much starch. Maybe I'll just make the vegetables. Let's see. I thought I made you one already. Here, say something, Twisted. Just out of church. Say something, Twisted. I'll make sure it worked. Dennis, say something. How was the service at church? It is Sunday. That's right. Oh, you mean uh, yeah. They ain't got nothing better else to do. It's the same people always. Oh, there you go. I like the older ones. I don't like the later ones, like in the '70s. Dennis, I don't care for the ones in the '70s because they all looked exactly the same. You know what I mean? They kept the squared body style. The earlier ones actually had a little more, roundness to them. They weren't. They didn't look the same as the later ones. Everybody has their own flavor. It's like my brother used to like weird cars too. Weird looking cars, you know. There you go. All right, folks. I hate to call it quits, but I got to get off here for a little while. I got to make something to eat. All right. So you guys have a good day. Stay out of trouble, and we'll be on again. I'll just keep the riffraff out of here. If they start coming in here and saying something, I'm not even going to respond. I'm just going to remove them, put them on a timeout. Like parents do to their kids nowadays. I'm putting you on a timeout, but you still have a laptop, your TV, your cell phone, and your games. Doesn't teach them anything. Guys, all have a good day, and probably be back tomorrow. All right? Don't all speak at once now. You hear? What's up, Dave? David, see you, Renegade. Take care there, Dennis. We'll talk to you later. See you, Top Hat. Have a good day. One Eyed Cat, I know you were in here. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good day. And everybody else that was in here, please have a good day. Be safe. We'll talk to you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye. Yeah.